What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Wayworth Racing, and welcome back to American Truck Sim. We're picking up where we left off last time. We're in Texarkana right now, and we are picking up this lift truck. And looks like since the last time we were in American Truck Sim last week, they updated a few things. I noticed when I got in the truck, the steering felt way stronger than it felt last time. So I looked at the overall gain and it was set at 104%. And I lowered that to 80%. Feels much better. Let's get the rear of the truck lowered a little bit. You guys can see the trailer back there. Should put us right in position. Guess not. Straighten up a little bit. There we go. We got her that time. All right. So I think last time we were getting ready for the hurricane to come in. Something's not right here. I swear, you can never just jump in. Oh, I think we're good to go now. A little tight over there. All right, I think we're okay. Always seems like it's something. Well, sorry about that. I think last time we were getting ready for the hurricane last week, and I live down in Florida. Somebody mowing their grass awfully late at night. And I guess it did look for us a little concerning. But thankfully, we did not get hit very hard where we are at, or where I'm at. But that doesn't mean other people didn't suffer. So hopefully everybody gets back on their feet and their house is back in order. So I think mainly where I am, storm surge was the main issue on the coast. But I'm about roughly about 20 minutes inland from the Gulf. Which is nice. You'd be surprised what a difference 20 minutes makes. But the funny thing is, the day it started, I think it was Wednesday. Or, no, I'm sorry, it was Tuesday. And it was pretty much fine all day till Tuesday around 4:30. And then the first really kind of hard storm blew in. Dark clouds, thunder, lightning, pretty windy. And then I think it was right around 4:45. The power kept flickering, like it would go off, come on, go off, come on, go off, come on, which to me kind of indicated maybe there was a fuse problem or something with one of our main boxes that distributes the power. And it did that a bunch of times. Then it was fine for about 10 minutes, and I'm like, all right, well, it should be okay. And next thing I know, more lightning came, and it flickered again, and then you could hear the box right up the street arc real loud, like it was burn, and then the power went off for good. But luckily, that was probably about 5 o'clock, and then by 6:45, they had the power back on, and from that point on, with the hurricane blowing through and everything, I don't think it flickered a single time after that. So it had to just be something stupid like a bad fuse or terminal connection or something they could fix pretty easily, which was nice. But by the time the storm actually kind of blew through, it was late at night. I was in bed. You could kind of hear the wind outside, but to be honest, we've had thunderstorms that were much worse than what it seemed like for us. So I don't know how windy it got on the coast, but for us, maybe 35, 40 mile an hour winds. It wasn't, like I said, it wasn't bad at all. So I'm thankful for us in our neighborhood. We didn't really, actually our area, the county we're in, pretty much was okay. But I know people, their houses got flooded because the storm surge come in, and then that's just terrible. Like, I'd love to live on the coast, but I think that would kind of freak me out too much. Having to always worry about the storm surge coming in, or my house getting flooded, and then the insurance you got to carry and all that. It's just, to me, I like being where I am. If I want to go to the water, it's a 20-minute ride across town, basically. And like I said, it's significantly different just a short few miles inland. The force, I don't know, the force feedback feels different. So I don't know what they did with the update, or whatever they did, they changed something. So all I did was lower the overall gain from 104 to 80, and it feels like, to me, it feels like closer to what a real truck would feel like steering wise, because you have power steering, so it's not like you're fighting the wheel to turn it. I like to adjust it until I get kind of that feeling where it has some resistance. You feel the road in the steering wheel, but it's not bouncing all over the place like crazy or overly ridiculous. I want to keep that realism. If you think when you drive in your car, you really don't feel that much road. You don't feel a lot of the road texture in your steering wheel, just because most of the newer cars don't actually have a shaft between the steering wheel and the front wheels. A lot of them are drive-by-wire. So there's no mechanical connection between your front wheels and your steering wheel. Looks like we got a I gotta say the brake feels better. Before it seemed kind of difficult to get the. Come on now. Before it seemed kind of difficult to get the brakes to feel realistic in this sim. Like you would have way too much braking power. Or definitely not enough. At least the sun's coming up. So overall, yeah, happy to report the hurricane went through. There was nothing really that we had to suffer through or deal with, which is nice. When I first moved down here, the first year I was here, we had a bad hurricane. I mean, it tore stuff up, and I think it was 4 or 5 days without power. And let me tell you, in Florida, without power, when you are used to air conditioning, it is not fun everything's disrupted. You're hot all the time. Opening windows does pretty much no good. You can't sleep at night because you're sweating. You know, no covers or anything, just laying there, and you're still sweating. I remember my couch was like perfectly level with the windowsill, and at night I would open the window and basically sleep in the window, because that's about as cool as you could get. But thankfully, we did not have to do that this time, because honestly, I wouldn't have done it. I would have I would have gone out and just slept in the car, turn the AC on, lay the seats down, take the dog out there, and just sleep in the back of the car. It's too miserable. I mean, there's people that live down here with no AC, and honestly, I guess when you don't have AC and you're just used to it, that's one thing. But if you're used to air conditioning and then all of a sudden you don't have it, you miss it real quick. Let's see. Guess we stay on the highway here. They changed any graphics settings or updated anything. Sometimes I look at it and I'm like, it doesn't seem right. It doesn't look the same. Or but it's probably just me. It says we should get over. I think it was Tuesday, yeah, same day. So Tuesday morning, the day the storm started, I was just kind of laying in bed and was looking at the radar and the weather and everything. And then it dawned on me, I was like, oh my God, if I don't get up and go get gas like right now, by like 5 o'clock this evening, there probably won't be anywhere. And I had less than a quarter tank of gas. And regardless, I'd need it to get around the rest of the week. So I like jumped up, took the dog out real quick, and there's a gas station like 2 minutes away from where I live. So I was like, all right, well, we'll just go there because it's close. And I pull in, and at that point, there's one car at every pump. And by the time I pull in, get behind the truck at the pump, because, you know, the gas is on the left, so you can only pull in. People are facing, so you can't get behind people that are facing you. So luckily there was somebody using a pump that I could get behind and just wait for them. And no later or no sooner than I pull up behind this truck, I look around, and all of a sudden there's 4 or 5 cars behind every pump waiting to get gas. I think if I would have waited 2 more minutes, not even, it probably would have been an hour trip to the gas station just to wait for people to get gas and get your turn. So thank God, I don't know, something came over me. I was like, go get gas. Because last time, I didn't even think about it. I'm not used to it. I'm not from Florida, so I didn't even think about it. The storm came in, and I'm like, oh, whatever. And then I was like, oh, I need gas. I pull in, and every pump, sorry, we're out of gas. Go to the next station. Sorry, out of gas. Go to the next station. Sorry, out of gas. And then I went to the gas station next to my house because I know the guy, fairly well because I go in there a lot. And he's like, hey, the truck will be here tomorrow at 5 a.m. So if you want gas, be here tomorrow at 5 a.m. and just wait at one of the pumps. And honestly, that's what I did. I showed up the next morning. The truck was there. And I sat and waited for him to fill the tanks and then was able to get gas. But that's how it is down here. Storm comes in, get gas immediately, because if you wait, there just won't be any anywhere. Bottled water, that sells out super quick. Toilet paper for some reason. And the funny thing is, even if the storm came through, and even if it was really, really bad, the longest we're really going to be down and kind of have to suffer is anywhere from 3 to 5 days. So you would really only need supplies to cover you for 3 to 5 days, if the absolute worst case scenario. But it seems like people will buy 3 weeks worth of stuff. So you'll go into the store and there'll be nothing. No water, no toilet paper, no paper towels, bread. It's funny, like all the perishables are gone, but you're like, well, wait a minute. If you're that concerned, you shouldn't be buying perishables. You should be buying like canned goods and stuff that'll last. Because if you lose power, your fridge goes out. Anything you have in the refrigerator or the freezer, you're going to lose. Let's see. We gotta go through this way. I guess I could go around, right? No? I've never tried to go around. Look at this guy. Look at this. I thought you fixed your AI, but you didn't. You did not fix it. Try to drive realistically, and then that's what you get to deal with. Artificial intelligence that's not so intelligent. I'm not paying for that. I'm not paying for it. But it is crazy. I was shocked the first storm I went through, and I go to the grocery store and nothing is available. All right, this happened last time. There we go. Okay. I mean, my parents don't live too far away, so if it got really bad, like I have a charcoal grill, I just like charcoal, but my parents have a propane grill, and I think that really bad hurricane we went through, That's what we were cooking on. Like, I'd just go down there. Look at this guy. They got no problem cutting you off. I mean, apparently I'm just not driving fast enough. But it reminds me of real life. Because in real life, I'm not a speeder. I don't speed. I just don't. There's no reason for it. If you factor in like all the variables, the traffic lights and traffic and stop signs and everything else, speeding doesn't really get you to your destination that much faster. Like, you might save a couple minutes, but if you look at the consequences of speeding, potential accidents, hurting yourself or hurting someone else, or having to interact with law enforcement, points on your license, paying the speeding ticket, getting to where you're going a few minutes faster is, to me, just does not outweigh the potential consequences. But that's just me. Everybody else can do you. You can do whatever you want. But down here, if let's say the speed limit's like 45. So normally what I'll do, I use my cruise control everywhere I go. Just plus my car, when you set the cruise control, it'll stop for you. Which is nice. So if you happen to get distracted or something pulls out in front of you, the car will see it and attempt to stop probably before you even get a chance to really know what's going on. So anyway, I use cruise control everywhere we go. So if it's 45 or so, I'll just set it at like 50, 51 or so. Because cops probably won't mess with you much if you're 5 miles an hour over. I was going to see if we can kind of turn around. And then we don't have to like blind back. This is basically the same kind of drop off we had last time. But anyway, yeah, like 5 miles an hour over. If it's 45, I'll 50, 52 at the most. And a lot of our highways down here have that kind of center turn lane. And down here, they think it's a passing lane. And as far as I know, to my knowledge, it's not a passing lane. It's a turning lane. All right, so we're gonna swing around that way. Try to get the trailer in position there. But yeah, man, they'll ride behind you, and you can just see them getting angrier. They start like gripping the wheel tighter. They want to tailgate you. How dare you do the speed limit? How dare you keep me from getting to where I'm going as fast as I absolutely can? And then finally they snap and lose their shit, and they pull into the middle turning lane and pass you, doing 60 miles an hour in a 45. And I've never understood it. I don't know what is so important. I mean, people act like that. It doesn't matter where they're going. They could be going to the gas station to get gas, and they have to get there as fast as humanly possible. I don't understand it. And meanwhile, I'm just whatever, like I'll get there when I get there. Nothing, short of somebody's life being in danger. We can I rolled down the window so we could hang out there. But yeah, I mean, short of somebody's life being in danger, there's not a lot worth to me having to deal with speeding tickets or points or possibly getting in an accident and hurting myself or someone else. It's just, no, I'm not going to do it. Dang, I think we just about nailed that on the first try. That's why if I can, I'll turn the truck around and back in on my driver's side, because, I mean, pretty good at blind backing, but if you can back in like this, why not? It's so much easier. You can see what's going on, because this is a wide thing we're carrying. Not a lot of space between trailers. There we go. Hit that parking brake, put it in neutral. All right, guys. Well, that's going to wrap this up. I just wanted to jump in, do a quick episode in ATS, run my mouth a little bit, tell you about the storm. Everything's good. I'm good. Family's good. Everybody's good. Which is nice. But hopefully everybody that suffered actual damage gets their houses fixed or porches fixed or whatever they lost. So that's going to wrap up this episode of ATS. We made it through the storm. I will catch you guys next week.